Hello, this is Paul Puckirdge from the Success Institute. Thanks for joining me once again for the Writing Power Coaching Program. And here's a tip that has nothing to do with writing at all, but it's very important, and it's simply this. If you have to write a very complicated response to a colleague, should you not consider phoning them instead? Now don't get me wrong, I know that there are times you have to send a formal response in writing to a customer or someone else, or perhaps even a colleague. There is a need to write a formal response. But I've seen people in offices spend half an hour, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour or more writing, rewriting, editing, drafting a 10-paragraph email that quite frankly isn't even going to be read. That's taken an hour and a half. It's taken energy and time and focus, where in actual fact what they wanted to say could be said in less than 5 minutes, face to face or on the telephone. So this week I want you to think about all the ways that you could use a telephone or a face-to-face drop-in meeting rather than an email. Several years ago I pulled myself up on this, and I looked at the amount of time it was taking me to send email, especially internally to colleagues. Now, I know some of the benefits of doing this. You've got time to think, you can clearly say what you want to say, but it's time consuming. And I'm busy and my colleagues are busy. And it was taking me too much time. So I made a decision. If this email could not be written in 2, maybe 3 paragraphs at most, I wouldn't write it, but I would phone them instead. And I've got to tell you something. Within days, it saved me a good extra hour a day, because I simply started to write and thought, hang on a minute, no, this is going to take way too long. Would a phone call suffice? And what I discovered was that by phoning the person and saying, hey, you sent me that email, can we just go through this and can I give you my response? Firstly, they were able to understand me better through my communicating by voice. I was able to get the information out clearer. It was an instant response to them. And I just saved myself perhaps half an hour of agony in having to write something. So just to summarize, if there are times you need to protect your backside or comply with your company policy or the law, then by all means write. But if it's to a colleague, if it's something that could literally take you a minute or less or a few minutes to talk about, then email a person and say, thanks for this message. I think it's best that we talk about this rather than me send you back an email. Would you be happy that we talk perhaps this afternoon after 4 o'clock? Give them a time. I do this all the time. Could we speak between 4 o'clock and 4:30 this afternoon and cover this off? And I found since doing that, the number of long, lengthy emails has dropped by 80%. The ability of others to understand what I'm saying has improved dramatically, and I've saved myself a lot of time. Have a great week, and I look forward to giving you a new insight next week. Until then, every success.